Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Wednesday morning trading room. All right, let's get the screen share going on here. Bringing over the daily NASDAQ. You can see that we were in fact in pullback mode the last few days as we're bouncing off the contract highs. And yesterday, a relatively strong bullish day overall. Actually, it was a bullish day. The market taking off from the open, this little downward spike developed more during the overnight session. And here we are challenging the highs. And we're going to see whether we're going to get a breakout here. Volume, I don't know, volume's a little bit dicey. You know, you would expect volume is a relative indicator, so it's difficult to tell. But it looks as though prices are going up, volume is going down. Or, I guess we'll see. It's summertime. Maybe it's not going down. Maybe it's up relative for the summer. All right. Well, we have just opened, so we're going to give them a few minutes. And we'll see. We'll see what kind of day we get here. If we get something developing a trend or not. In the meantime, we did get a little bit of an uptick, and it looks like we made it almost to, what would you say, 79.20? Now we're getting a little bit of a reverse going on. Okay, up here now to the secondary resistance zone. We've already had our first in sync eagle signal. Oh shoot, this one's going to run away on me now. When the market is strong like this, direction isn't so much the problem. And I suppose in hindsight, I should have been a little bit more aggressive on that number 3 signal. All right, well, you know what? I'm not going to look for trouble. I'll just let them settle in here a little bit. A little bit of a pullback now. Back into the hard edge, or at least the first hard edge here on the Raptor. Okay, back down now to the bottom hard edge. A lot of times what I like to do here is maybe shoot a trend line across the top. So here now the hard edge bounce, the red bar buy. Still very early in the day. We're only about 10 minutes in. All right, so we got the breakout above the trend line. Here now is the reaction to that breakout. So we got ourselves a number 3 signal with a second push opportunity. Get my exit order out of the way, turn my chart trader on. You can see we're following up now with a secondary signal as well. Bollinger Suite is bullish, so that's encouraging. All right, here we go. Looking for the market to press on to new highs. All right, I'm going to get ready with my stops. If we can trade above this little swing high right there, I'm going to try to bring my stops up some. Oh dear, that's not good. Come on, you're going the wrong way. Believe it or not, the best stop for this trade is actually here below the low of the morning, way down there. I don't think I'm going to give the market that much room, though. Well, we're finding ourselves in a little bit of a sideways channel now. Hoping that they're not going to get too close to challenging these lows, obviously. All right, let's see if we get the follow through now on this number 3 signal. Come on, get above that 79.30, you scoundrels. All right, I'll roll stops here to the hard edge, and now we'll get ready. They keep bouncing off 79.30. There we go. Okay, take the trade to break even, and oh, well, good. That's a little better than yesterday. They kept turning on their heels. Ooh, and look at that. You think maybe there were a few sellers up here that just got tagged out? Mm-hmm. They sure did. Crazy follow through on that. That's okay. I got my share. Here we go with a little bit of a sideways range again. Oh, we got ourselves a very nice little late filter entry signal here on the Falcon. I missed that. Stretched out 4-arrow consolidation / macro pullback here on the Hawk. Sorry, Hawk traders. I know I don't spend a lot of time looking at the Hawk, but I know you're probably pretty proficient with it. Of course, if you have any questions, ask away. I know that most traders in the room are Raptor traders, which is probably why I spend most of my time on the Raptor. What do we think? Is this that sideways range that I look for after a trending market develops? Okay, we're actually producing a number 2 signal here on the Raptor, which is suggesting the market might be becoming a little bit more bearish. The trading band, well, it's hovering at around 60 ticks. Yeah, it got up to 63. The Bollinger Suite already bearish. When the band gets broad like this, a pullback is more likely. Do I really want to do that? All right. Here we go. Oh, all right. So I'm going to use this number 2 signal. I'm going to try to get in early. That's the thing with a counter trend trade. You don't want to be waiting too long. And of course, I know where to place my stops, right? I know if the market makes a new high, I'm probably on the wrong side of this position. So I'm not going to risk the full amount. I'm not going to place my stop right above the high. Rather, I'm going to kind of go about halfways. See if we get a little bit of a trickle down here now. Certainly, if we get below this swing low down here where my profit order is, it's very likely we're going to see the market drift here toward the second hard edge, which is our ultimate target. You can see we're getting a little bit of a push back off of the first hard edge. But I think I will be content to take profit on target if I can get it. Getting ready now with my break-even stop. If I can get it down there just a little more. Come on, give me this bar. There we go. All right, so we're only about halfways. I'm going to take the chance, roll my trade to break even. Typically, I wait till I'm about 3/4 of the way to my profit objective. But it is counter trend, and I don't feel like giving too much back here. In fact, I'm going to protect a little extra. There we go. So I got the market really pinched, and And, oh, you scoundrels. Come on. No. Shoot, look at that. They kissed the profit target and then backed away from it. Sons of buyers. All right. Getting a trend change signal developing here in the Falcon. We already have our first micro macro cross lower. So we're getting a little bit conflicted. We are in scalp mode, apparently moving into trend mode. Do I dare try to short it again? Maybe off of this Raptor, or pardon me, Falcon signal that's going to produce. The better trade is probably to have my just in case order to buy above the high. You know that? That would be the smart thing to do. So I could throw my just in case order to buy. Make sure you select the right order. We have a little bit of a sideways range going on here. If we see a test of the extreme, if the market retests this high and fails, ooh, this is getting very, very dodgy. If it retests the high and fails, then there's a very good opportunity to short. We're going to have that 232 type opportunity that we can get in the Raptor. All right, there now the second number 2 signal. All right, let's see what we get. Sounds like there's an airplane lost in our neighborhood. All right, so we've got a second push on this number 2 signal. You can see it didn't print as a number 2 signal, probably because there's a few too many bars that have printed since the high, the extreme point. But that is what it is. It is a test of the extreme. All right, back-to-back number 2 signals. Well, we've got a tick or two in our direction. Okay, as we get closer here, once again, technically this could be viewed as counter trend, so I'm going to get a little bit more aggressive with my exit orders. Come on, give me this bar. All right, got the trade to break even. Oh, no. Yes, Inkers took an early bounce off of this low. I thought for sure once that bar formed, the sellers would push it. Stinkers. All right, well, we'll try it again. If they get down, here we go. We got ourselves another short order brewing. Essentially, I'm going to take it below these lows that are here. I could even, you know what? Why don't we do this? Why don't we park an order to short down there? We'll park an order to buy up here. And let's see, that's 37. So I want out at 32. And that's 50. So I want out at 55. There. Okay. Got the market now in a bit of a sandwich. The tougher trade here is to the short side, especially given the proximity here to the hard edge. All right. Committed to the short side. Let's see as what happens here. We're in the hard edge, so you got to give the market a little bit of room. As we anticipate a reaction near the hard edge. And come on, one more bar. All right, I'll take the trade to break even, hope for the best. This bar is going to be the do or die bar. If it finishes on the low, I'm really confident we're going to hit our profit objective. If it pushes back, well, then I may as well take my break even. Come on. Don't be like that. Come on. Gee, just no love here this morning. Thanks, Keith. Keith says Chairman Powell, Fed Chairman Powell, getting ready to testify. That might be putting the brakes on things here. Well, we're just kind of bouncing around here a little bit. If, if you were trading for a living, though, you should have a trade quota, as I like to mention. I would have made my quota on the day. I've made my 3 trades. I am in the black, so I would stop trading. I'm up about $150 per contract. Remember, it's not the frequency of trading that makes you the money. Rather, it is your position size that earns you the money. So we're in the hard edge. We're retesting the breakout zone from this channel here. So perhaps a bounce higher is likely. We got a real mixed bag going on here right now. And here we are, just watching and waiting. Okay, well, we're going to produce a number one signal here. We've got a late filter entry signal here in the Falcon. My concern is, which way is the market trending today? We had this strong run up out of the open. I think I would be more inclined to buy, but we are getting a selling opportunity. We have it right here in the Falcon, depending how aggressive you want to get. Okay, a little bit of a pushback, which is what you would expect when we are, doing the breakout and the retest thingy. Breakout, retest. You would expect a little bit of a pushback from the buyers at this point. After all, they thought it was a good idea to buy here. Why would they not buy it again? Hmm? Hmm? Well, we're kind of stuck here now in pullback mode. And we're going to produce a number one signal here to short everything more or less in sync now. Actually, we've got a late filter signal here on the Falcon. So the late filter entry signal, this one actually nice and flat. Your trend line never changes color. Your filter goes out of sync, comes back into sync. It has to come back into sync. Muy importante. I had one trader write me say, what's with this late filter entry signal that you keep talking about being so good? Mine never work out. Well, she wasn't waiting for the filter to come back into sync. And I'm a little bit late getting into this one. You can see the signal actually producing back here. Getting a little pushback from the secondary resistance line. But hopefully we will get another bear push, and that will allow me to bring my stops up. There we go. We tagged about 3/4 of the way to the profit target, so I'm rolling the stop to break even. Bollingers are in sync. I'm relatively confident we're going to get to our profit target. The bigger question for me is, are they going to look back before they hit my profit target? Hooray! Every once in a while. There we go. Well, if I wasn't done before, I would certainly be finished with my trade now. Ooh, and look at that, a little extra follow through. How nice. And that one coming just in time here, as I'm going to close down the trading room here in a few minutes. I'm sorry this week I've got to close the room a little bit early. I just got too many things going on. Ooh, look at that follow through. All right. Well, the seller's making a stand here. Okay, well, I thought maybe we were going to see a little bit of a bullish pushback, but at this point, it does appear as though the sellers have the market well in hand and are probably going to push it back here to 7,900, where I do believe we have a support zone of sorts. Yes, we do. All right, I'm going to need to close up the trading room here. If you're going to continue trading, I think we need to anticipate a bit of a bullish pushback. So you can entertain buying a number 2 signal here if you're following the Raptor, or just buying the next bull signal. Um, although a number 2 signal will have a little bit more of an established base, which is what you're looking for. Otherwise, we may find ourselves in a rather large sideways funk here for the remainder of the day. So do be careful. I will check back with you tomorrow. We'll talk to you then. Bye for now.